this tutorial for you guys on my way out to work. I posted a picture of a client of mine on Instagram like a couple days ago, and in the picture it was this makeup look. I like to call this look a clubbing makeup look just because I feel like it's perfect for a night out where you want to have like smoky eyes, but you don't want to just go with that like classic boring black or brown. You want to amp it up in some way but still keep it sexy and fun. So I love this color. I love the main color that I'm working with is a pigment. I've worn this look for years. I cannot get sick of it. It looks beautiful on so many different skin tones. This will look amazing on you if you are extremely dark as well, very light. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. It's so much fun. So I really hope that you guys enjoy the tutorial, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. So first thing I did today was prime my eyes with MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I am going to take this from lash line all the way up to eyebrow. It's a very creamy formula. It's basically the exact same color as skin, and this will just ensure that your eye makeup doesn't crease or fade throughout the day. Then I'm going to take MAC Soft Brown. I'm going to take this on a pretty fluffy brush. Doesn't really matter whatever brush you have of your preference. This is a MAC 224 brush, but this was a limited one. That's why it has a gold handle. This one was from a holiday collection from a while ago, and this is just the one I prefer. But anyways, we'll go deeper into brushes in my next brush video. I'm taking this color, and I'm focusing it on the outer corner is where I first placed the brush, but then I'm going to bring it in, staying above the crease, all the way into my inner corner. I don't really have any rhyme or reason in doing this. This is our transition shade, so you can just blow it out anywhere you please. And then this color is Brown Script. You can see it's one of my favorites because I have Hit Pan on it. I use it all the time. And this is a Sigma brush. I don't know the name of it though, but it's a lot like the MAC 217. I'm going to take this and I'm going to just put it densely in that crease. Basically the exact same motions that I just did with Soft Brown, but this time we're going to keep it lower. We don't want to bring it up as high as we did the Soft Brown because we want it to be layered. So this one I turn my brush sideways to kind of blend, and you want to move in circular motions. That will really make sure that there's no lines in any of your blending. But I really push it in there in that outer corner, and then I turn my brush sideways and I move back and forth in windshield wiper motions and then little tiny miniature circles, and that will really blend everything out for the next shade that we're going to go in with. I'll go back with that same brush that I used before with no additional product, and I'll just run over everything just to kind of blur it out. Because once again, this is not the main focus of our look. The next color that we're going in with is what's really going to make all this pop. So this just needs to be blended well. So then I'm going to go in with MAC Blue Brown Pigment. I have the full size, but I can't find it right now, and this is the miniature from a holiday set a while ago. So, oh gosh, it's so amazing. I'm going to use a 224 brush, a 242 brush, which is just a flat synthetic shader brush. And I'm going to take MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just going to wet my brush. You can spray it directly on there really close or far away, however you feel. And then I'm just going to start packing this onto the lid. If you've never used pigment before, it's just a loose eyeshadow. It's the exact same thing. It just normally has a lot more pigment to it. It has a lot of color and a lot of depth. I love using pigments. A tiny little jar of pigment will last you years. It goes so far, it's insane. So I'm pulling my eyelid a little tight because when I do this look, if I don't tug on my eye a little bit, I'm going to get tons and tons of fallout, and it's not going to look the same. And I want it to look really crinkly, and I want it to look really metallic. So therefore, I pull on my eyelid a little bit just to get that color in every single little area. And then when I let go, it looks crinkly and metallic, which is a huge trend right now. And then I take that brush after I have that color all over the lid, and I push it into my crease area, and I just kind of carve that area out because you want this color, you don't want it to go up too far, but yet you still want it to have a little bit of height. So you can see how I'm carving out my crease right now from inner corner to outer. I just kind of round it out and make sure it's all in that area. Okay, moving on. Swiss Chocolate, another one of my favorites. It doesn't look much like Swiss Chocolate in this shot right here, but it has a little bit of a red tone. Hands down, favorite brown in the entire world. I'm going to take this on the 217. On the outer corner is where we're going to concentrate this color. And then just with whatever is left on that brush, just kind of bring it in just to blend it all out, make it look smooth and put together. But this color is a much deeper color, so I want this tone to be on that outer corner just for that kind of cat eye-ish effect. which this is not necessary. You can use any brown for this part if you want, but I just really love the difference with this blue-brown pigment and then these red tones. I think it just really embraces the brown inside this pigment. I can't get enough of this look. You have no idea. So as you can see, I turn my brush to the side to really blend everything out, and then I always go back with my clean brush that doesn't have any additional product on it from the first time I used it with soft brown, and I just fling it over everything just to make sure that there's no harsh lines, and this will really make everything look buffed out and put together so there's nothing, you know, no jagged edges. And then I'm using Maybelline Eye Studio, which is a gel liner in the shade Blackest Black. I love this liner so much. If you want to see how I do my eyeliner on a daily basis, you can watch my eyeliner video. I have that here on my channel. But as of right now, once again, I tug on my lid just so that I can get in there nice and deep. Otherwise, this pigment is just going to fall down and cover everything up. And then I'm using Red Cherry Lashes in number 43. These are my favorites, have been forever. If you watch my channel, you know that I'm a little addicted to Red Cherry Lashes in number 43. And then I'm going to take just any mascara that's, you know, a really black shade, and I'm going to go underneath on my natural lashes and just get that color on there to cover them up and make them look a little bit more natural. Sometimes I'll even squeeze my natural lashes with my false ones with my fingers just to kind of bind them together so that it looks even more natural. All those little tips and tricks. I'm using L'Oreal Lumi Foundation in shade W5, and I'm using a beauty blender, which is my new obsession. Don't get me wrong, I still use the Sigma Kabuki brush, the F80, every day for my foundation. Well, that's a lie. I don't use it every day. But I use it. I switch back and forth between the two. But I love, love, love this beauty blender right now. You have no idea. It just makes it so amazing. And it's like it's foolproof to not have perfect foundation. Okay, and then I'm going to use MAC's Prep and Prime Highlighter in Radiant Rose. Dab that all underneath my eyes. However much product you see fit. I don't use an insane amount, just a little bit. And then I go in with MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer. This is shade NW20. And I'm going to turn that Beauty Blender sponge around. And I'm going to use the tip of it just to dab all of that concealer. I love this because it makes it so that your concealer isn't cakey. It doesn't settle. It just makes it so that it's perfect. It looks so airbrushed and smooths out with this Beauty Blender. I absolutely love it. I still use other methods to apply my foundation and concealer, but as of right now, this is my absolute favorite. And don't mind the faces that I make while I'm applying my concealer and foundation. I tend to forget I'm recording and my mouth is like hanging open the entire time. It's not cute. Anyways, moving on. I'm just going to use a spoolie just to buff out my eyebrows, just if there's any foundation in there. And then I'm going to use a MAC 212 or 2112 brush, and I am going to just take the eyeshadow cork, and I'm going to start on the lower line of the eyebrow, and I always trace that out, and then I go on the outer tail, and I kind of round out that area and just deepen it up, and then I'll go back with the spoolie once again when I'm done, and I'll buff it all out, and that's basically how I do my brows whenever I'm doing a really dramatic eye, and then I have my way of doing it on a day-to-day. Look at the difference! Woo! Okay, I'm going to use Shroom, which is my all-time favorite highlighting color by MAC. I use it on basically everybody. I think it's perfect. Not too much pink or gold. It's just a perfect light shade. I'm going to put this underneath my brow just as that highlight. And then I'm going to use MAC's Pro Highlighting Powder in Light Sweep, I believe this is. I'll have all the products listed below, though, in the description bar, along with information about everything in case you're interested. But I'm just going to put that underneath the eye area just to highlight. This is my favorite highlighter right now. I can't use it when I'm tan, so I'm embracing it while I am fair. Okay, I'm going to go back in with Brown Script on that same 212 brush, and I'm going to just buff that under my eye, and just putting it right in that lash line pretty precisely. And then what I'll do is I will take MAC's Texture, which is a lighter brown. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, not much, and this will make it really easy to buff that out. Because if you just try to buff out a color as deep as Brown Script on its own, it might look like a hot mess. I'm just saying you might get a lot of fallout and it will just be kind of jaggedy, not smooth. If you use another color that's a little lighter, especially if it has a little bit of shimmer in it and it's not all matte, it'll make it way easier to blend. And I'm just using a pencil brush. Every single brand sells one of these. It's just a little tiny dome-shaped pencil brush. And I just continue to just buff it out from inner corner to outer corner, and this just makes it really easy. And now I have a two-tone under eye area instead of one. It looks very pretty. Shroom, once again, I'm going to take this on a tiny little shader brush. I love this little brush. It's so tiny. And I'm just going to highlight my inner corner just to give a little bit more attention to the eye area. I really like doing this with basically any makeup look because it really brightens up and opens up the eyes, especially when we're using dark colors that can close the eyes. Okay, I am using MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Medium Dark, which is actually my bronzer color right now. Because I don't want my bronzer to be really dark for this eye color, for this face that we're doing today, because I already have a lot going on in the eyes, so I like to keep everything else much more neutral. So I'm just using this as a bronzer. I don't want anything overboard. And I'm just going to kind of sculpt the face with a huge powder brush around the forehead, down on the cheeks, maybe drag it along the jawline. But I want to keep it on the natural side. And I'm going to take MAC's Melba. This is a matte shade blush. And I'm going to take it on a 129 blush brush, which is one of my favorite blush brushes ever. And I'm just going to drag it along the apples of the cheeks up to the outer parts of my face. I know I make really, really weird facial expressions when I apply blush. I can't talk about it. Recording myself has brought a lot of things to my attention, and I'm like, this is not okay. I look really weird when I do my makeup, but that's all right. I'm going to take Mary Luminizer by The Balm. This is a beautiful highlighter, but I can't show it to you because it's broken. It completely shattered. Yay! Go me! I'm just going to take this and just highlight the cheekbones. Sadly, you can't see it because of my natural daylight shining on my face. I wish you could see the highlighter color. It's gorgeous. It's like a white gold shade. It's not super, super yellowy, but it's not white. It's such an awesome highlighter. And then I'm going to take a Maybelline mascara. I don't remember the name of this one, but I will put it in the description box below. And I'm just going to drag this along my lower lashes because I always have to do this. It's just a necessity for me. To finish off this look, I'm taking Japanese Maple lipstick and applying that to the lips. I realized that I didn't like how nude this was, so I did put a pink gloss on it after the video was done. But other than that, we're all done. I love you guys forever. Have a great day. Mwah! I'll see you soon. Bye!